Okay, I'm back, and this is part 3 on why people can't lose weight. And today we're going to talk about self-discipline. What is self-discipline? It's your ability to control yourself, your body, and not to let your body control you. So there's several things that you need to do because this one is very, very common, and until you reach a certain point of your life where you're maybe really, really sick or very overweight, you might not have self-discipline. I was very, very unaware growing up, and I never had self-discipline with my eating. In fact, I pretty much ate food to fill me up. That was my level of awareness. I didn't know about nutrition. If my body craved something, I would eat it. So the first step is to be aware of what you're doing. In the past, I would crave lasagna, pizza, chips, crackers, and sugar, and I would just eat those until I think it was 28 where I decided, you know what, I can't keep doing this. I got really, really, really sick, and then I started to decide to change and put some self-discipline in. So I'm almost 32 now, so that way I'm really starting to learn from my past. I'm just kidding. I'm actually almost 40. Next month I'll be 50, actually. So I was a lot older back when I was 20, but I've been working on my health, so it does work. It does work if you are aware of what you put in your body. So that's step one, is to be aware that your body is not very, very intelligent into telling you what you really need. If you go to a grocery store when you're hungry and ask your body, what am I in the mood for, it's not going to give you the right answer. All right? So step one is to be aware of what you put in your mouth. You wouldn't drive a car unaware right down the street like you're an automatic where you don't even look at the road. Well, maybe you do that. Well, you don't want to do that with your body. You don't want to put your body in automatic where you just realize, oh my gosh, what did I just do? I just ate all the wrong food. So you want to just increase more awareness of what you're doing. Step two is preventative. The most important thing to do is to make sure that breakfast is really, really, really good, because if your breakfast is either missing or not enough protein or too many carbs, at night you are going to have low blood sugars. And that is going to create major urges, and it's going to be very hard to put self-discipline because you're going to be roaming around trying to find something to eat. So it's very important to be able to prevent cravings at night by eating a good breakfast. The other thing is that if you're not sleeping that well, if you're going through a lot of stress and you're not really handling the stress or the cause of stress, you'll have a tendency to want to maybe drink alcohol at night as a way to solve that. Or a lot of people are taking medications now for various things like brain fog, memory problems, cognitive issues. But a lot of that can be handled through just getting your food right. So number one, awareness. Two, preventative. And number three is to be able to, with awareness, differentiate what your body really, really needs. Because if it's low on B vitamins, it's going to crave carbs, refined breads, pasta, cereal, crackers, all those grains. Why? Because those grains naturally have the highest B vitamins. The problem is when you grind the grain into flour, you destroy these vitamins and then you don't get any vitamins. In fact, when you eat refined grains, you actually create deficiencies of B vitamins. Yeah, because there's no B vitamins in there anymore, and that's why they enrich the flour with synthetic B vitamins. It's not the same thing. So if you're craving those things, chances are you're low on Bs. Also starches. Now, the next thing is magnesium. If you're low on magnesium, your body will crave chocolate. That's one of the things in chocolate. But it won't tell you to take magnesium. It will tell you to eat chocolate. Your body, if it's deficient in potassium, will cause you to crave sugar or sweets. Why? Because guess what food has the highest amount of potassium? Sugar cane. But no one eats regular sugar cane. They eat the refined white sugar, and you're never going to get the potassium. In fact, when you eat pure sugar, you create potassium deficiencies. Yeah, and that's why the heart starts going up, and you start filling with fluid, because potassium is kind of like a diuretic. It pushes fluid out. So potassium is very, very important. And I mean, I'm not saying go out and chew on sugarcane, but that's why you crave it, is because your body is missing a mineral. All right, so now we have low blood sugars. This is another thing. As soon as you start to get into the sugar trap where you crave sugar and eat it, and the next day the sugar drops down lower, and then you'll need sugar, and next day it comes up, down. So a lot of people crave sweets if they have low blood sugar. And the thing not to do is to consume sugar, because it's going to spike up and it's going to come right down harder every time you do that. And that's one thing I don't understand about, even with people that are diabetics. They're given glucose pills if their sugar goes too low. To me, that is totally insane, because if they just had some fruit or something like that, that would be much better. But to eat completely refined sugar, all that's going to do is spike the sugar up and then crash it down. So, 3 things. Start increasing your awareness of self-discipline, that you're in a trap, and your body won't tell you what you really need. You have to tell it what to do. You have to be in charge. Put some self-discipline. Don't wait till you get really overweight or very sick. Do it now while you have a chance. Use preventative strategies. The breakfast is the most important thing. Start eating for a different purpose, health. And then also be able to differentiate what your body really, really, really needs. Okay, so this is the last point I want to bring up on why people can't lose weight. They're just out of control. So I hope this gives you some information to turn this around. I'll see you in the next video.